In this video, we will be discussing about financial planning. This is a chapter in the 10th standard textbook of state board students. It's a chapter from Maths 1. In this chapter, the first thing that you will be learning about is GST. GST means Goods and Services Tax. That's the full form of it. Whenever we trade with anyone, or whenever we give a service to somebody, we have to pay a tax to the government. In our country, in India, that tax is called GST, that is Goods and Services Tax. Now, Goods and Services Tax is definitely collected by the government, but in our country there are two types of governments broadly. So if I talk about GST, one part will be collected by the central government. Central government means the government that runs the nation. Any affair which is a national affair, any national decision is taken by the central government, and any state affair, any decision regarding the state is taken by the state government. So just for your curiosity, as of today, the central government in our country is formed by BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party, and Mr. Narendra Modi is our Prime Minister. And the state government today in our state, that is Maharashtra, is formed by Shiv Sena, and Mr. Uddhav Thackeray is our Chief Minister. So the GST that we are paying, that is the tax that we are paying, is going to be divided into a total of two parts. One part will go to the central government and one part will go to the state government. The part that goes to the central government is what we call CGST, that is Central GST, and the part which goes to the state government is what we call SGST. The CGST and SGST are equal in value. So say for example, if I am paying a GST of 500 rupees, I have to pay a CGST of 250. I mean, of course, if we are paying 500 rupees as GST, then that 500 is the only tax that we have paid. Out of that 500, 250 will be CGST, that is it will go to the central government, and 250 will be SGST, that is what will go to the state government. GST always will be divided equally amongst the central and the state government. Now GST is always calculated, tax is always calculated in terms of percentage. Now the percentage is different for different goods and services. Here is a table that will help you to understand how much tax is levied on what kind of service or what kind of product. Say for example, if we talk about butter, then the government has decided that there should be a 12% tax that should be levied on butter. If it is mobile phones, then a 12% tax should be charged on mobile phones. But if there are certain articles which are of high utility, that is some basic necessity items, the basic essentials like milk, eggs, curd, or simply something like food grains or salt or fresh vegetables, then these are things on which the government has said that there should be no tax applied, and that is why these are some goods and services which are in the category of 0% GST. If you buy something like sugar or tea or coffee, then the government has said that on sugar, tea, coffee and similar items that you see in the table here, a 5% GST, that is a 5% tax will be applied. Similarly, 18% tax is applied on these kind of articles like toothpaste, soaps, ice creams. And if it is a luxury item like air conditioners, refrigerator, washing machine and similar things, then these articles or these goods and these services, the government has said that 28% GST must be charged on these services. It is a sensible thing, because if these are luxury items, then a person who is buying a luxury item is rich enough, and if the person is rich enough, he should pay more tax to the government, whereas a poor person would never go and buy these things. A poor person, all that he would buy are the essential things, and if the person is a poor person, then he should not face the burden of taxation, and that is why the essential commodities are already in the slab of 0% GST. So this is a basic idea about how tax will work, how different kinds of goods and services will have different kind of taxes applied on them, and based on this, there are questions which are there in your exercise. Let us start solving these questions, and as you solve these questions, you will You will be learning slowly and steadily how GST works. So this is your first question in practice set 4.1. In this question, it says that Pawan Medical supplies medicines. On some medicines, the rate of GST is 12%. Then what is the rate of CGST and SGST? Like I have told you, GST is going to be divided into a total of two parts. A part of it will go to the central government and a part of it will go to the state government. And both of them will divide the tax equally between them. So we will say that because the rate of GST is 12%, rate of CGST will be half of 12, that is 6%, and rate of SGST will also be equal to 6%. That is the answer to your first question. Let's go ahead with the second one, where it says that on certain article, if the CGST is 9%, then what is the rate of SGST? CGST and SGST, both of them are equal. So we will say that rate of SGST is equal to the rate of CGST, which is equal to 9%, and rate of GST will be equal to the rate of CGST plus SGST. You can also say it is the rate of either CGST or SGST multiplied by 2. For the time being, we will write it as 9 plus 9, that is the rate of CGST plus SGST, which is equal to 18%. So because the rate of CGST was 9%, the rate of SGST is also 9%, and the rate of GST will be the total of the two, that will be equal to 9 plus 9, which is equal to 18%. Let's go ahead with the third one, MS Real Paint. Now, it's not really MS. Whenever you talk about a person, you say Mr. So-and-so. Now, here you are talking about a firm. So, whenever you talk about a company, this MS stands for the plural form of Mr. You call it Messrs. So, Messrs Real Paint sold 2 tins of luster paint, and taxable value of each tin is rupees 2,800. The rate of GST is 28%. You have to find the amount of CGST and SGST charged in the tax invoice. For all those who don't understand what is tax invoice, simple language, tax invoice means a bill. Whenever you buy something from the market, you are issued a bill by the person who is selling it to you. That bill is what you call tax invoice. So let us start with the solution. 2 tins have been sold, and taxable value of each tin is rupees 2,800. Mind you, taxable value means the GST will be applied. It will be calculated on the taxable value. Okay, so we will start with number of tins sold. That is equal to 2. The taxable value of each tin is rupees 2,800. So you can say therefore total taxable value, this would be 2,800 multiplied by 2, and that is equal to rupees 5,600. Very well. The rate of GST is also given to us. The rate of GST given to us is 28%. So let us calculate the payable GST. The GST that has to be paid is going to be 28% of the taxable value. 28%, keep in mind the total taxable value is 5,600. So we have 28% of 5,600, and you can calculate that by cancelling of the 2 zeros here and here. And you need to be a little quick in multiplying these numbers. So 56 and 28. If we go for 28 into 6, 28 into 5 will be 140. And 140 plus 28, that would give you 168. So 8 carry 16. 28 into 5, like I said, 140. 140 and 16, that would give you 156. So 1568 rupees is going to be the taxable value of the total tins. I'm sorry. It is going to be the GST that is going to be payable on the tins. So the payable GST is 1568 rupees. And if we know the payable GST, we can easily calculate the CGST and SGST. So therefore we can say that payable CGST is equal to payable SGST, and that should be equal to rupees. We just got that amount as 1568. So 1568 divided by 2, and okay, I'll write that rupees later. So 1568 by 2, that should be 784 rupees. So that is how we have answered the question. Every time, try to write a final statement in the words of the question. You have to find the amount of CGST and SGST charged in the tax invoice. That is what the question says. So you will write therefore, amount of CGST and SGST charged in the tax invoice are rupees 784 each, or you can say rupees 784 and rupees 784 respectively. You have to write that respectively because it tells you that the first one belongs to the first, that is the first 784 belongs to the CGST amount and the second 784 belongs to SGST. Even though they are the same, it is a healthy practice to write the term respectively. And whenever you write a final statement, always highlight your statement by putting it in a box. So that is how you can complete your sum number 3. And with that, we can go ahead with sum number 4. The taxable value of a wristwatch belt is rupees 586. The rate of GST is 18%. Then what is the price of belt for the customer? So we can say that the taxable value is rupees 586. The rate of GST is also given to us. That is 18%. So we can now say that payable GST, that will be 18 upon 100 into 586. So all we have to do is multiply 586 and 18. So we need to be fluent with our calculations. 18 into 6, 18 into 6 will be 90 and 18, so 108, 8 carry 10. 18 into 8, 18 into 8 would be 144 and 10 would give you 154. 18 into 5 would give you 90 and a 15 added there would give you 105. You have to also divide that 18 into 586 with 100. So the final GST payable would be 105.48. So the payable GST turns out to be 105.48 rupees. And then comes your final statement where you say that, okay, it's not still the final statement. We have to say price of belt for the customer. So we will say price of belt for the customer, or currently you can just say total value. Look, the total value is going to be the taxable value 586 plus the GST payable, that is 105.48 rupees. So the total value will turn out to be, let's just calculate that. This is going to be 500 and 100 would be 600. Then there's 86 and 5, so that would be 691.48 and rupees. Okay, so then we write a final statement. Therefore, price of wristwatch belt for the customer is rupees 691.48, and you can highlight this by putting it in a box. So that's where we have completed question number 4 as well, and we can go ahead in a similar way with question number 5. The total value of a remote control toy car is rupees 1770. Rate of GST is 18% on toys, and find the taxable value, CGST and SGST for this toy car. Now this is a slightly tricky sum, because so far, see, what you were doing is you were given a taxable value and you were calculating the GST on the taxable value. Now we are given the total value and we don't know what the taxable value is. Whenever you don't know what the taxable value is, it is a healthy practice to take the taxable value as X. So let taxable value be rupees X. So if the taxable value is rupees X, we can now say that rate of GST. Okay, very well, it is given to us as 18%. Therefore, let's calculate payable GST. That would be 18% of the taxable value. That is 18% of X, which is 18 upon 100 into X. Let us just write it as 18X upon 100, which can actually be written as 0.18X. And then we now say that total value is equal to the taxable value plus GST. Now think over it. The total value is already 1770 and that is equal to the taxable value X plus the GST value 0.18X. On the right hand side, you have to be very careful while clubbing the numbers. See, you can pull out an X common from here and you can write it as 1 plus 0.18. That 1 can be thought of as 1.00, and when you add 1.00 and 0.18, it is going to give you 1.18. So you get the equation as 1770 is equals to 1.18x. Now we take that 1.18 on the left, we have x value, we have the value of x as 1770 upon 1.18. It is very uncomfortable to deal with these decimals. To convert those decimals into proper integers, what you can do is, you can multiply the denominator with 100. So the decimal will get shifted ahead by 2 places. You will have 118. And because you have multiplied the denominator with 100, balance it by multiplying the numerator also with 100. So this final term will be 1770 into 100 upon 118. It would be a little difficult over here, but if you are a bit quick with tables, you can actually predict that 118 and 177, both of them are multiples of 59. 59 into 2 will be 118 and 59 into 3 will be 117, but we had, 177. We had 1770. So this should be 30. So 59 into 30 giving you 1770 and 59 into 2 giving you 118. You can calculate the value of x easily from here now. So 30 into 100 would be 3000 divided by 2 would be rupees 1500. Just to remind you, x was the taxable value. So we have taxable value is rupees 1500. Now after you have calculated the taxable value, check the question. They are asking you the taxable value, you just got it. They are asking you the CGST as well as SGST. Now here, different people go ahead in different way. It is entirely up to you which method you are comfortable with. So we will say that payable GST. See, payable GST can be calculated by, if you check the question, the rate of GST is 18%. So the payable GST can be calculated as 18% of the taxable value. But you already know that the total value paid is 1770 and you know that the taxable value is rupees 1500. In such circumstances, you can straight away subtract the total value, the taxable value from the total value. That will give you the payable GST. So payable GST will be the total value minus the taxable value. Even if you go for 18% of taxable value, it will still be the same only. It is up to you how you want to calculate it. So this will be 1770 minus 1500 and we get the payable GST as rupees 270. Now this is where we need to calculate the payable CGST and SGST. So payable CGST equal to payable SGST. That would be equal to half of the GST amount, that is 270 by 2, which is equal to rupees 135. So we can finally say that therefore, now this is where we are writing the final statement. Taxable value is rupees 1500. Keep in mind, in the question what they have asked you is taxable value, CGST and SGST. So we have written the taxable value, and then we can say that CGST and SGST. If you want, you can write payable. I'll write it. If not, then also it is absolutely fine. Payable CGST and payable SGST, both are rupees 135. And finally, you can put this in a box to highlight your final statement, and that will mark the end of your sum number 5. Let's go ahead with sum number 6. Now this is a slightly longer sum, but it is all the same that you have been doing till now. Tip-Top Electronics supplied an AC of 1.5 ton to a company. Cost of the AC supplied is rupees 51,200. That is with GST. Rate of CGST is 14%. Then find the amounts shown in the tax invoice of Tip-Top Electronics. The amounts that you have to show are rate of SGST. So rate of SGST would be the same as rate of CGST. And you know that is given as 14%. So rate of SGST will be 14%. Rate of GST on AC. So rate of GST is going to be the rate of CGST plus rate of SGST. That will be 14 plus 14, which is equal to 28%. Then you need the taxable value of AC. Like we had done in our previous sum, we will take the taxable value as X. Let taxable value be rupees X. So if taxable value is X, you know that rate of GST is already 28%. So you can now find payable GST. And the payable GST is going to be 28% of, keep in mind the taxable value, which is 28x upon 100. And you can easily write it as 0.28x. Now you go for the total value. The total value is given by the taxable value plus GST, and the total value, if you check the question, they have given the total value with GST as 51,200. So we write the total value as 51,200. That will be the taxable value, which is X, plus the GST amount, which is 0.28x. 51,200 equal to, you can pull out that X common. It will be 1 plus 0.28. And like I have told you to imagine, you can write that 1 as 1.00. So 51,200. 1.00 plus 0.28 will be 1.28. You already had an X here. So the value of X will now be 51,200 upon 1.28. Dealing with decimals is a big headache. So we multiply the numerator and denominator with 100. In the numerator, I will have 100. And when I multiply the denominator with 100, the decimal shifts ahead by 2 places, giving me 128. You can easily chop off that 128 with 5 and 2, because 128 into 4 will be 5 and 2. Because we had 2 extra zeros there, this number will be 400. And finally, the value of X we get is 400 into 100, that will be 40,000. And this becomes the taxable value. So we have answered yet another question, that taxable value of AC is rupees 40,000. Let's go ahead with answering what next they have asked us. The total amount of GST, the amount of CGST and the amount of SGST. We can compute it all at one go. We know that the taxable value is 40,000 and the total value that they had charged or that was charged was 51,200. So we can now say that the GST amount, the total GST, you can just say the GST payable is equals to the total amount minus the taxable value, which is 51,200 minus 40,000. For all those who have this question popping in their mind that can we not compute the payable GST by 28% of the taxable value? you can do it in that way, you will still get the same answer. We know the GST payable, so therefore we can now say payable CGST and SGST. Are both going to be equal to 11,200 divided by 2, the half of GST, and that is going to give you 5,600 rupees. So here is where you have answered yet another question. If there are 6 things that are asked in the question, a healthy practice would be, after you find a particular thing, you can put that in a box then and there. And even if at the end you write 6 different statements for the 6 things that they have asked in the question, it is absolutely fine. I would recommend that write down 6 things separately at the end of the answer and put that in a box. It's going to be a little time consuming, so I'm skipping that part. But yeah, you should remember, you should get into the practice of writing it in the end. Let's go ahead with one last sum of this exercise, where they are saying that Prasad, some guy named Prasad, that's a very good name, purchased a washing machine from some company, Maharashtra Electronic Goods. A discount of 5% was given on the printed price of rupees 40,000. The rate of GST charged was 28%. Find the purchase price of the washing machine and also the amount of CGST and SGST shown in the bill, means the tax invoice. Now you need to understand one thing, that whenever a discount is given, the price of that particular commodity will go down, and whatever GST you charge will be charged on the reduced price and not on the printed price. So we need to first calculate the taxable value by deducting the discount amount from the printed price. The printed price given to us is rupees 40,000. The discount, you can call it the discount rate, is 5%. So the discount would be 5% of 40,000. Chop off 2 zeros in the numerator and denominator, and you are left with a 400 into 5, that is rupees 2,000. And now you can say that the taxable value. A healthy practice over here would be to write the full thing. Just to save a bit of time, I am writing it in short forms. The taxable value is going to be given by the printed price minus the discount. Write the full forms. So the printed price is 40,000 minus a discount of 2,000. That finally gives us the taxable value as rupees 38,000. Okay. So now the rate of GST charged is 28%. On 38,000, you have to find the purchasing price. So now we will say rate of GST, 28%. So payable GST, that would be, bear in mind, 28% of not 40,000, 28% of the taxable value, 38,000. Again, chop off whatever zeros you have here as well as here, and you have 28 into 38. Again, some speed and calculations will be needed. I am not very fluent with the tables of 28, so I would rather multiply 8 and 8. So that would be 64 carry 6, and 8 into 3, 24 plus 6, that would give you 30. A 0 here, 2 into 8 giving you 16, carry 1, 2 into 3 is 6, and plus 1 would be 7. So you have 4, 6 and a 10. So it is 1064, but because it was not 28 into 38, it was 28 into 380, this would be 10640. So we can now say that therefore the purchase price, call it purchase price, call it total value, it's up to you. That would be the taxable value plus GST, which turns out to be 38,000 plus 10,640, and that purchase price. So the purchase price would be rupees 48640. So that is going to be the purchase price of the washing machine. Now you need the amount of CGST as well as SGST. The GST amount we already got it as rupees 10,640. So the payable CGST and payable SGST, which are going to be equal, they are both going to be half of GST, and that would be rupees 5,320. So that ultimately completes your 7 sum, and we are through with our practice set 4.1.